following program may not be suitable for younger listeners. This show does not reflect the views of this channel or its affiliates. Please stand by.
To be a good...
Turn on the machine. This is Radio Yerevan. My name is Hans Ivanovich Hagen, and this is the news.
Wake up, puppet boy! This is Doug Smith, radio operator. No trouble. Just get set and get going. Amen. Recording. Everything's going fine. No trouble.
Welcome, potential initiates, and remain with us for the next 30 minutes. Bob? Bob?
The message is now part of and registered in your subconscious mind. Every time you say, see, hear, or think.
What about Slack?
That's your key phrase. It will trigger the entire message without your being aware of it.
And now, the Subgenius Hour of Slack. The Subgenius Hour of Slack that you are about to listen to is specially designed only to be played on radio station
KNON
and only in the city of
Dallas.
Should any other shows be heard from or contacted in the course of this show, the listener is advised to remain calm and only contact listed or unlisted officials in the event of any material from this radio or other listening device being inhaled during broadcast. Small animals or other children becoming exposed to the ultra-high or ultra-low shocks and brain frequencies.
Yeah. Look, I know you people don't believe that. Well, hi, it's Pastor Buck Naked over here again, and that was...
Truth is, not everyone gets
Mr. Science on the radio there, introducing us. Okay. All right, well, we got one more hellacious Subgenius Radio Ministry show for y'all tonight, and tonight's topic is going to be your personal anti-conspiracy freakouts you've done, or your close friends. I'd like to stick with personal experience tonight. For instance, I had some friends when I was a teenager, and they hauled this suitcase up to the second level of a mall with them, and they're overlooking a balcony that goes around this fountain. And they put this dummy together, and they throw it off the balcony and go, ah! And so they got banned from the mall, but they didn't mind. And Dr. Chaos is here with us, and he's got plenty of records queued up. What do we got first?
We have a song by the Holy Modal Rounders. It's called Boobs a Lot.
Okay, well, we have...
Do you like boobs a lot?
Yes, I like boobs a lot.
Boobs a lot, boobs a lot.
You gotta like boobs a lot.
Really like boobs a lot.
You gotta like boobs a lot.
Boobs a lot, boobs a lot.
You gotta like boobs a lot.
Down in the locker room, just a wee boy, beating down the locker room with all that noise, singing, do you like boobs a lot?
You gotta like boobs a lot.
Boobs a lot, boobs a lot.
You gotta like boobs a lot.
Do you wear your jock a lot?
Yes, I wear my jock a lot.
Got to wear your jock a lot.
Gotta wear your jock a lot.
Jock a lot, jock a lot.
You gotta wear your jock a lot.
Got to wear your jock a lot.
Gotta wear your jock a lot.
Out on the football field, you never can tell whether you can wheel, so you gotta wear your jock a lot.
I'm going to give you the phone numbers here. Gotta wear your jock a lot, though. 823-7490, 823-8801, 823-8883. That wasn't too bad. We're going to the phones. Hello.
Yeah.
Fire away, dude.
Hey, you know what? You know, the person that stands for anti-conspiracy more than anybody else in my life, Mr. Rogers.
Well, come on. Now, what has he done against the conspiracy? A real freak-out thing.
Well, I mean, you know, he
No, I'm talking about activism. This isn't for humans. Like, I think Mr. Rogers is a human, personally. I'm talking about weirdos. I mean, this is a call-in for weirdos tonight. You know who I'm challenging to call tonight?
Who?
That guy who always calls us and always talks about his pee-pee. Now,
not him.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. It's kind of a weirdo thing. But I want him to. Look, I don't want to hear about his pee-pee tonight because I mean, hey, this is the radio, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, around the house, all I ever talk about is pee-pees and all that other stuff. Moves a lot and everything, right?
Yeah.
We gotta, you know. Anyway, so I want him to call, but I mean, have you ever done anything to really freak him out?
To freak out the guy with the pee-pee?
Well, yeah, or anybody else, anybody in the conspiracy. Have you ever done anything like Doc? Didn't you get a dog collar put on you and get walked around a mall like that?
Yeah. Back when I was about 18. Back when I was about 18 years old, hold on a second, let me catch this record. Back when I was about 18 years old, I put on a spiked dog collar and had this chick walk me around Valley View Mall on a leash. And we were having a lot of fun until the security guard comes along and says, "All right, what do y'all think you're doing?"
Yeah, but people do that every day now.
Well,
this was back in 1978, my friend.
Well,
that was a big deal back then.
I don't think that you're right about this, and I don't mind a little controversy on my show. I say that you know, you got to keep that thing going.
Well, I still think Mr. Rogers is anti-conspiracy.
Okay, well, thanks for your opinion. By the way, did you like the Nietzsche stuff we were playing last week?
Yes.
Well, we're going to keep that in heavy rotation, and I'd like to also hear from any of the callers, you know, if they're getting the stuff that I'm throwing at them right now about Nietzsche, okay?
Well, if the guy with the pee-pee doesn't call, I'll call up later and pretend I'm the guy with the pee-pee.
Well, yeah, but don't say any real explicit words about your pee-pee. Just
I know better than that. Hey, I know the law.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not trying to get kicked off the air, but, you know, we don't mind talking about pee-pees as long as we don't get too graphic about it.
You know, Dr. Ruth is over, so we got to have somebody to talk to about it, right?
Okay. See you around, dude.
Bye.
Well, that opens up a line somewhere or other. I think that was 8883. And, hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Oh, you're back. Okay. You're the one I wanted to hear from.
Am I the guy about the pee-pee?
Yeah, that's you.
I did not know if you were talking about me or not.
Oh, that's you, definitely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
Excellent, man. Glad you called.
Why are you glad that I called? You want me to talk about my pee-pee?
No, not particularly.
Because
I wanted to hear
something.
Hey,
What?
man, there is no doubt that you've got probably one of the biggest pee-pees in radio land. But I wanted to ask you a question. I mean,
What is it, my friend?
Okay.
Yes.
Would you tell us something? You don't have to make it too exact, like exactly where this was. We don't want you to reveal the neighborhood that you're carrying this thing around in this stirring pee-pee. But what I want to do is I want you to tell us some kind of thing, anti-conspiracy type freak out. I mean, just when you've given them something so weird that nobody around you could handle it.
Well, the Russians wanted to use my pee-wee for something, but I did not let them. For a nuclear bomb or something.
What do you think of Nietzsche?
Nietzsche?
Yeah, I know you were listening last week. I mean,
is he related to Pat?
All right. Well, I'm going to play a little bit about Nietzsche right now. And
no. Wait a second. I want to talk to you a couple of minutes, please.
Oh.
Please.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you call back? Listen to this and give me a comment on it. Okay.
Okay.
You ready? So just we're gonna hang up. I know you know the number, so you'll call back. Okay, I can trust you.
Wait a second, please.
You got a radio, don't you?
Where is Doug?
Oh, Doug.
Where did he go?
Well, we're gonna give you a hint about that tonight.
Oh.
Okay, dude?
Yeah.
But that is a mystery, isn't it? It's starting to bother you, isn't it?
He's not with me tonight. He was last night, not this night.
Okay. So we'll see you in a little while. Call back.
Okay.
Okay. and that opens up a line. But right now we're going to hear a little bit more about Nietzsche, and I wanted to make sure that y'all really get your Nietzsche while I'm here behind the board. And since that time, Nietzsche has driven many away from the church.
Where is you, Nietzsche?
Nietzsche has sired many unpleasant deities.
Where is you?
Nietzsche sired thousands.
I had it dead in the palm of my hand and
Thousands
I blew it.
of
I blew it. Oh no.
Nietzsche sired thousands of what we call the Nietzsche dinkies. Nietzsche.
He likes the whole way.
Who then is this Nietzsche? As Bob once said, if you have to ask, you'll never know. This, the most hideously named of all demons, he who named himself, represents to many the unspeakable dark side of Bob. Some theologians question whether Bob actually has a dark side, or whether Nietzsche is some malevolent manifestation of Obo, the anti-Bob. Most, however, agree that it doesn't matter. To even speak of Nietzsche, whose name can be spelled or pronounced 18 different ways, to even mention his name is to invite him into your life. Now, we know that Nietzsche is not the Christian devil. Nietzsche does not kill you or ruin your life. He ruins your day or your month at most. He does not try to steal your soul, only your sanity. He does tempt you, and he always wins. He is the mischievous spirit, or imp, whose various names crop up in the legends of every uncivilized race dating back to antiquity. Before Subgenius, he was not known to any Western culture, but his cruel capers can be read on the scrolls and hieroglyphs of the ancient Africans, the ancient Native Americans, the ancient Caucasians, the ancient Aborigines, the modern Yetis. Though Nietzsche is as old as man himself, he is yet not of this earth, but was vomited out of the nothingness of the inverted black hole of He is a product of the negative backwards time stream spoken of in the prescriptions, and he has in turn produced a veritable universe of lesser malaligned deities. Though there is but one Bob, one light streaming forth from earth, there are countless demons and binding spirits. The sinister forces of the Yakatisma, the deathful sweetness of the fertility goddess Nunu, mother of Nietzsche, and her twin sister Narnini, sister and daughter of Nietzsche, and the martyred Nini, son of Narnini and Nietzsche, and the pink tennis shoe-shaped heliopters, living beings with motors inside, and the horrors of Narnongliacs and the Diros from the hollow earth, and the tobacco demons, and the green energy demons, and the liquor demons, and yes, even Gebrogfran. All these and more most stupidly named archetypes from the danker recesses of man's mind came spewing forth from the ark of Nietzsche once it was opened by a few doctors who dared to tamper with that which man was not meant to know. Let us journey back in time, then, to seek out the origins of Nietzsche, as discovered by Reverend Ivan Stang and Dr. Philo Drummond, as pursued relentlessly by Pope Sterno Kekever and St. Janer Hypercles, as sung about by Doctors for Bob and Doctors for Wotan, and Pastor Buck Naked, as truly known by lies and puzzling evidence, as feared
Hi, girls.
by Reverends Hambone and Danger, and as inflicted on every member of the human and subgenius races.
Nietzsche, where is you?
Niggy is not here yet.
Come first, Niggy.
Here's Niggy.
Hey, oh no, it's not him. It's a little man.
We must now go down to
Speak
Niggy.
up.
Here he goes.
I think
Niggy is on leave.
Niggy will make us. Niggy will make us
I
clean
think
up
his soul has been sucked away by Nietzsche. I went over to his house last night. He converted his bedroom to an opium den. In the middle of it, he was sitting there, cutting out 2,000 aluminum foil paper dolls, and on every paper doll, it had the word Bob written on it. And he was eating the paper doll.
Sounds to me like you're... Okay, friend, hold it. Wait. Listen to this.
If you see Bob, kill him.
Pills for Bob. Pills for Bob.
Okay.
Give me some of them pills, Bob.
Well, what I think that is wrong with your friend is not Neagy. He sounds like he's got a worse problem.
Oh, what's that?
The anti-Bob.
The anti-Bob. What can I do about the anti-Bob?
Well, the only thing to do is to look at one of those negative images of Bob. That's a negative of Bob.
Mm-hmm.
But the neatest thing is when you look at the anti-Bob and stare at him for a while,
right,
and then look at the clouds, you can see Bob in the clouds.
Oh, okay.
And that would be the best thing for me to do is just to take the light back in and burn out the anti-Bob.
I see.
Okay, but we're going to go back to the other callers now, and we've got a little Peepee controversy going on, so we're going to go to line 3 next, and then we're going to go to line 2 where Mr. Peepee is, okay?
Okay, thanks a
lot. All
lot.
right, bye-bye.
Bye.
And that opens up 7490. That's 823-7490, but we're going to go now to a man who doesn't like all this talk about Peepees, and he's got some good things to say to the radio ministry and our prayer family tonight. Fire away, dude.
I can't stand it no more hearing about peepees. All good men got good peepees.
All right.
And that,
Praise
and
Bob.
That,
Praise
what y'all
Bob.
been talking about that girl? I used to date that girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a tongue on her like a lizard now. Now, I'm from Tennessee, and I'm going to tell you about peepee. I peepeed on the Jackson, Madison County, Tennessee, Court Square back in 1970. Jackson County, that's where Big Ed Jones is from. Too tall. Y'all know him?
Yeah.
Y'all know him?
Heck yeah.
He's bad now. But now, I tell you, peepees, everybody's got a good peepee. You ask any good little girl, she'll tell you.
All right, well, we're going to get to Mr. Peepee, and we'll get his reply to
He
you.
ain't got no peepee.
Oh, I see.
Hey, ask him how does he know that?
Well, you heard that, didn't you?
He asked the damn squat to pee, I bet you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And I think, Mr. Peepee, you've angered someone, and we're going to get your reaction. Well, what do you have to say about that? He says you don't got one, and he also says all good men's got one. So I think that you could read into that something. What do you think?
That's because he bit it off. The jerk. I could have killed him. But seriously. Wait a second.
Well, there you hear it, friends. This is real controversy on the Hour of Slack tonight, and we're going to now go back to the tape for just a moment.
Over my wife. Got the blues, 'cause Bob let that pickup run over my wife. Hey, get 3 points for hitting that hippie, girl. Hey, there's a black cat that lives in the store now, and his name's Neagy. Believe it or not. Oh, no. A black cat? Yeah, Neagy has swept Little Rock almost as hard as Bob has.
I'm not surprised. Neagy is very nihilistic, you know?
It's some kind of a counterproductive thing to keep it from getting together totally, I think. But Neagy does a lot of stuff.
Neagy is his own worst enemy.
Neagy does stuff like break 3 guitar strings at once when you're playing Doctors for Bob.
Yeah. Or Neagy does things like...
What do y'all think of that kind of stuff? We're going to go to the phone lines over here. And Doc Chaos has a little background music for us for your listening. Whatever. Hi.
Hello. Got a good anti-conspiracy trick for you.
Thank goodness.
Hey, you know those very lifelike dolls you can get now? They look just like little bitty babies.
Yeah.
Okay. You get one of those. You get a car seat.
A what?
A car seat. You
What's a cart seat?
You know, a car seat for little babies that you have to have required by law now.
Okay. Oh, a car seat, sure, yeah. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'm with you now.
Okay, you
like
put
baby in car, one of those signs, baby in car?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, you put the baby, the lifelike doll, in the car seat, get out on the loop, and drive up next to a bus, right?
Uh-huh.
Then you start arguing with the baby. Then you grab the baby by the foot and hang it out the car window and wave it at the people in the bus.
Cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You know, there's some variants, not Cabbage Patch dolls, but they're kind of like a version of Cabbage Patch or something, and they look a lot like babies.
Oh yeah.
And you could really probably pull some stuff. You know, now Steve Martin did something that I thought was real interesting. He on his movie The Jerk, he had these. He's a juggler, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he did this thing called cat juggling, and he took these little kittens, and he shows you these kittens on this cheap little.
Long known as the cause of Theodore's disease, running sores, and athlete's feet. Recently, this microscopic troublemaker has also been blamed in the nasty disease labeled Hartman's palsy, formerly Strassman syndrome, the only cure for which is death. I'll answer any questions, dear friends. Just write me if you still have the strength. Until next week, this is Dr. Whiplash. I'm out for lunch.
Hear that, my son? I thought they were.
Oh, no. I know of one who is as brave as any human being.
I'd like to meet this man and smoke with him.
Bob started the church about 20 or 30 years ago. And we've got a picture of him here. We'll hold it up so everybody on the radio can
Hold
see
it up
him.
to the left part of the radio there, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see that?
You're on the air.
Yeah. Who's Bob?
Who is Bob?
That is the most profound and believable question we've had the entire evening. This man, like the Pope, is not afraid to be infallible, to admit he does not know where Bob and the path of Bob lies. Young man, Bob is, was, and ever shall be. Bob is you, Bob is me, Bob is the Kama Sutra, Bob is the id, Bob is the light that glows in the heart and mind of every free-thinking subgenius. What?
Why not praise Rob?
Rob? You can praise Rob, but I'd prefer you praise Bob. And send us your money, too.
How much?
$10.
10. I get some change back.
Oh, change. A change will come into your life when the fullness of slack. You will change in a way you cannot believe. Slackness will enter your life. Slackness will make you see. Slackness will set you free. Slackness lives. Slackness is. Slackness waits for you and your $10. You see, now that man violated the first and most important law of the sacred dogma. You remember this law, of course. Proof that that man was an agent of conspiracy. The first and most important law of the sacred dogma is, if you don't have a sense of humor,
Don't try to be funny.
you'd be amazed how often the conspiracy violates this law, and that's proof of ignorance. Stand your ground, young man.
Yeah, Doug Smith says we're different.
Doug's right, Virgil. We are different. Thanks to Jesus, the Genetic Engineering Corporation of American States.
Mommy, too?
Yep, the whole family.
Is everybody like us?
No, son, but we're working on it. Round the clock. Soon everyone will be a subscriber.
I wish these people were trying to call the station, because here on non-radio, we don't have a way to receive the calls. We can feel your calls coming in. You're sensing it. Yeah, see?
This is non-radio.
Sorry, this is non-radio, KNON.
Hi, this is Donna McCoy.
Well, hi, Donna. You're very brave to give your name your name over the air on a show with all these Peepee callers.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm with
Donna,
I'm with the Friends of the Farm out in Colleyville.
well, that's great. I don't know much about that.
Not yet. Robert Wisdom knows all about that.
Well, go ahead. You can
In fact, I
fill
think
us
I
in on
gave
that.
you an invitation.
An invitation to what?
The Friends of the Farm. 14 years of partying out of here. on some 120 acres of land out in Colleyville. They want to turn it into a private golf course.
Oh,
it
heck.
hasn't been rezoned yet.
Well, let's hope
But,
they don't.
Yeah, but they're working on it, so they're making him move. And
Are you going to send me an invitation to your party?
You already have the invitation. It's there. I've been there. It's
Where?
packed up on your bulletin board somewhere in the back.
Okay, well, I'll go
I was
look.
there last Sunday.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get it personally, so I didn't really know what you meant. Okay.
Excuse me. Well, I was there right after your show, as a matter of fact, last Sunday.
Well, where do you think Ivan Stang is?
Pardon?
Where do you think my colleague that used to be here is? Just take a wild guess.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think
Remember
the
Ivan
last time
Stang?
I saw him was downtown Dallas, when was it, Wednesday morning, doing that KNON.
Are you sure you're talking
read
about...
the morning news that they did on you guys? The KNON, Crystal, versus the First Baptist,
Uh-huh.
Did you get that article?
Yeah, I've been reading a lot about that, and that...
And that they want to get you off the air.
Yeah, well, there's a few reasons why they've got about that. Now,
Well, hey.
by the way, I tell you what, I'm not going to play you the hint tape right now. Instead, I'm going to play you a little something, and I'll get your reaction to this over the air, okay?
I'd love it.
Okay.
Friends at the farm.
Just you can stay with us. We're not hanging up on you yet.
Okay.
I tell you, it is the attack of the 900-foot tall Jesus. A Jesus like no other Jesus you've ever seen. A totally new Jesus. A Jesus that can be marketed. Oh, got it. You know, it takes a lot out of me being in the spirit 14 hours a day. Here he is, listen.
Okay, now, do you know what he's talking about there? You still there, hon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you know what he's talking about there? He's talking about Oral Roberts and the 900-foot Jesus he saw in his backyard.
The 900-foot Jesus.
Yeah, Oral Roberts. This is the way I heard the story. Okay, now this may not be perfect.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to slander the man because, hey, I be believing him. Listen, if Oral Roberts says it, I believe it. First of all, okay. But I'm just going to tell you what I hear that he said. Okay.
All right.
I heard that what he did was he went on television, went on the radio, and he said, I saw a 900-foot Jesus in my backyard, and he bent down and shook his finger at me and told me, Oral, you better build me a great university on the plains of Oklahoma. So Oral Roberts says, well, heck, I had to.
No.
Isn't exactly right?
I read,
he did hear see a 900
I read about it in the paper.
A 900-foot Jesus.
No.
It was a 900-foot Jesus.
It wasn't
right?
his backyard. He dreamed that he had a dream, and in that
it wasn't a dream. No, he said he saw it.
No, I read the article. And saw the quote.
Okay,
just he dreamed it. Well, big deal. I dreamed
He had
about
a dream, and in that dream, Jesus came to him and told him that he had to build this thing.
I dreamed about a 999-foot Dobbs that told me to do this radio show this week.
But
and, you know.
he even told him the exact amount of money to raise.
How much was it?
Okay.
I had more important.
Can you hear?
Hey guys.
Can you hear Doc all right?
Hey guys. What about what is it in Japan? You know, they have a whole garden of the phallic symbol, you know. Hey.
What? What'd you say?
They have a whole garden, you know. You just walk through like the Botanical Gardens out in Fort Worth, except it's all done in phallic symbols, you know. Big phallic symbols just all over the place. It's
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that with us, and that was a great Peepee call. You took your time getting around to the topic, but okay, that opens up a line, and we really enjoyed that. And by the way, that we were not censoring that young lady. She's a very valued caller, and we enjoy hearing from her, and I hope she calls back. Right now, we're going to play you a little mysterious tape. Hold it.
Oh, yes. So thank you, Buck. I hope the satellite transmission is working okay now. Yes, dear friends. This is Reverend Ivan Stang-san, standing outside a 7-Eleven in Tokyo, Japan. Yes, I've finally made it here to the island of Slack, or at least seems like an island of Slack here compared to New York City, which was my last
Oh, come
stop.
on, Ivan.
New York, friends, is the anti-slack pit of hell compared to this incredible place.
Well, what about Dallas?
Oh, it's humbling to be in a country more advanced than America, except in their toilets. I'm sad to say, but it's true.
Yeah, well, my
the
toilet isn't so good
Japanese
either.
have succeeded in becoming, I think, more American than we Americans. Their pursuit of slack, as evidenced by everything around me, especially the porno theater across the street featuring what they call soft women.
You mean extra fat, right?
Soft is getting big here in Japan, one might say, in more ways than one. If anything, their pursuit of slack if far outdistances anything we have had to offer for a while. Boy, it's as windy
They got
as
more
Dallas
slack?
here.
They got more slack, Ivan?
The only trouble is these people seem to have to work even harder than we Americans do for
That's a good
slack. So I
point.
guess in a way it may be false slack, just as bad as anything we have.
That's true. If you do,
But
if you
that's
work
the
for
case,
it.
friends, there's still hope, I think, because I'm here to preach the word of Bob to these heathen atheists and Shintoites and Buddhists and Soniites
And careerists.
Canonites and other corporate slaves here. But I got to do it quick, because in 3 days I'll be leaving Japan for the land of anti-slack itself. Yes, dear friends, I'm about to go into Red China, the People's Republic
What do you think of that,
China.
caller?
And I'm going to carry the word of Bob into the city of Beijing, better known to most of you as Peking. And somehow I've got to smuggle over 10,000 copies of the Book of the Subgenius into that slackless land. It won't be easy.
Nuclear power.
What?
Smuggle into there.
It's living proof.
Living proof of nuclear power?
Yes, they are raising their rates for total destruction
by
nuclear power plants.
Chipmunk-like tonight. It's because I'm using a microphone with a slow motor.
Have you smoked a niggy lately?
Yeah, we're just about to go back to a little bit of that, and thanks for reminding me to do that, because I could have easily forgotten. You know, I mean, I've just got so many distractions. I've got Ivan running around the world, you know, trying to prove to everybody how cool Bob is, and I got, you know, so let's hear what this one is. Listen to this one. Oh, yeah.
Let's go spend the night in a haunted house. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Spray paint the graveyard. Let's go try it. Oh, let's go mess around. Let's go make a fake league. Let's go set up our bomb worship for aliens. You still had to do it without personal sacrifice. Hell, we're in it as deep as you. We took money. We know our souls are paid. Not much we can do now for try to stay so propped up we don't think about it.
I wouldn't go so far as to say
Frankly suggest that you may be in it too deep to do otherwise yourself.
Little thing called Hate Breeders by the Misfits. A little earlier in our program, we heard Firesign Theater doing a thing called Dr. Whiplash. Hello?
Yeah. Hey, I did something anti-conspiracy one time. This is before anybody else did this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use the word Peepee again.
Oh, use it. That's okay. Fire away, dude.
Okay. I Peepeed on the Alamo before Ozzy Osbourne did it.
Wow. Now that's heavy.
Yeah. And I didn't get caught, unfortunately.
Well, that's not a freak out then, really. I mean, it's like sort of a private act of defiance.
Well, I mean, people saw me. I just didn't get caught by the, conspiracy cops.
I get you. Okay, well, that's smart, really.
Yeah. So,
you don't want to martyr yourself for the cause. You want to win, right?
That's right. Live to fight another day.
I respect that. I really do.
Niggy has a joke for you. Niggy wants me to tell you this joke.
Okay.
Oh, you know what you call two queers named Bob?
What?
Oral Roberts. I think you better suck my soul for that one.
Well, that opened up a line.
We gotta burn out the banks of the devil. We gotta root him out. Burn out the hate. Burn out the radiation. Burn out the fire. These words may be harsh. They may not go down well on the polished ears of the rationalists, the modernists, those who wish to see proof of Bob. But I don't care what they say. I'll keep preaching. If ye go down, pull them with you. Boy, these so-called, this so-called civilization. On the day that we finally realize that things are all backwards and we have slack without work and the promised kingdom of Bob Dobbs, then perhaps we'll find the true civilization which needs not Xerox machines nor fancy coats and ties. It doesn't have to have them. It can have them. You can be civilized and you don't have to live in a cave. But you're probably going to be more civilized being one of these characters that sits in a cave scratching his butt than you are running around on this treadmill of false slack. Oh, yes. And look at the humans lining up for the slaughterhouse. Oh, yes. The harvest. It's a squirting universe, friends, and that's why we have to call for your help on the Great New Tabernacle. We've only been in there a month, but it's going back into the hands of the conspiracy. They're going to turn it into a war games participation video game outfit. I don't know what. Because the law says a subgenius can't achieve cytospasm with whatever it wants. That's what the law says. No subgenius can do anything it wants. And they call this free land. Well, my friend, I've heard people call the Subgenius Church a joke. But I have to wonder, is the Subgenius Church a joke? Or is this world a joke? Bob Dobbs owns deed and title to the church, but who owns deed and title to the world? Not Bob yet. No, I'm afraid not. No, sir. The conspiracy owns this world. Those policemen on motorcycles, they won't let me preach on car hoods downtown because they think I'm a crazy man or a drunk man. And they got no reason to arrest me, yet they would. Because I'm free enough to rant to myself in public. Because I come for Bob Dobbs, against taxes, work, death, and premature immaculation. Your mind has to be certified okay by them. By them. Them. Oh, we hate them. They and their tools of iniquity. Not the tools of the preacher, nay, not the tongue nor the other parts. But tools of false slack, dangled forever in front of you like that rays right around the corner, or like that rat swimming in poison cheese. And so, we find that as my time is running out, and it's sad that we only have 15 minutes on each broadcast, but it all balances out in one great religious urge.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Holy heck. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us your story.
We have another Peepee call.
Oh, Squirtin' Universe.
Squirtin' Universe.
Okay, let's hear it.
That is correct. Okay, here in my hometown of Mesquite, back when I was a young and naive teenager of 17. All right, the mayor of Mesquite used to live down the street from us. And I just, out of a sudden urge, decided that I needed to pee on this guy's front doorstep. And I was arrested for this, and I was thrown out into a world without slack for the last 12 years. And so now I'm 29, and now I'm finally being brought back. And you have no earthly how much the Subgenius Church is helping me regain.
Praise Bob. Praise Bob. Bob, I want to reach out to you in the name of our prayer family. I want to reach out to you in the name of our prayer family tonight.
Yes.
And I want to touch this man's pee-pee with the love of Bob.
Would you please touch my pee-pee?
Oh, no, only Bob will touch your pee-pee. I can't do it. I'm only a minister. But Bob, touch this man's pee-pee and make his life a real experience, and give him the courage to pee freely. Let the pee dribble down his leg. Be a natural man like you, Bob. Who needs a toilet? Who needs it, right? Right, friends? You're free! You're free, brother! Praise Bob!
Praise Bob.
Well, that opens up a line, and we're that's what, friends, that's what the Hour Slack's all about. And I want you to keep pouring your money in. I want you to take a funnel, put all your money in it, and pour every cent into Hour Slack Radio Ministry. And you know why? It's because of the power. It ain't the money, friends. It's the power. Yeah. Hey, I mean, we can literally listen to whatever we want to listen to. Now, here's a tape sent to me by the First Church of Mr. Science. They made our introduction that we keep playing at the beginning of every show. And I kind of like this little thing they do here. We're going to go back to the callers in just a moment, give you the feeling of this piece. I think you might agree with me that this may not be done by what you could call good musicians, or this may not be slick, but if you listen to it, it's really got something to it. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, what's this deal about Bob I keep hearing? You know,
you don't even know who Bob is, huh?
Well, all I hear is soul sucking,
Yeah.
and I hear people talking about their peewees or dicks, and I
don't think you're allowed to say that word over the air, friend. I think you don't have your stuff together yet. You don't know who Bob is, so. Oh, all right. You want to rephrase that? All right. I'll give you another chance, okay? But.
Soul suck. You want to hear my soul sucking? Listen.
Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
You hear it? Isn't that good? We got good sound effects out here.
Yeah, but it didn't affect me. It didn't make me scream. So I don't know. Like, some of these callers are pretty good, and hey, I don't mind a little hostility, but I'd rather that somebody would really tell me off. If they're going to tell me off, really tell me off, and Can
I really tell him off?
No, because he's gone. He sucked his own soul. It's kind of weird. He sucked his own soul.
I felt like that was an inferior quality.
Oh, come on. Just hey, we don't need your love calls. We want your hate calls. That guy can call back, but just.
I just wanted to comment on the quality of his soul sucker.
Oh yeah, well.
Hello.
Hello. You're on the air.
I think if you was to suck your own soul, you get a cramp.
I think that fella does have cramps. He doesn't have Bob in his life, and what is now, friend? Now I don't know you, and you don't know me, right?
I've called before.
Well, okay, but I mean, you don't know me or any of my ministers, right?
I've never met you. No.
Okay, well, check this out, okay? I'm going to ask you a question, okay?
Ask me a question.
And I want you to answer sincerely, and I don't know what you're going to say, right?
You don't know.
What is the world's only one true religion?
The Church of the Subgenius.
Well, that proves it. Praise Bob.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
I never checked.
Well, see, I called.
What?
I have the answer to that.
What? Yes, you do?
I have the answer to
The doctor claims that he has an answer for this.
You have an answer?
Repeat your question again.
Airspeed
What
velocity.
is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
Of a swallow? It depends on how fast you swallow the air.
Well, he got you there.
Yes, he got me there. Well, I called because you were asking about our heroes of the anti-conspiracy.
Oh, you know what? Hey, dude, hey, I got to interrupt you. You know why?
What?
Lack of time. It's 12:27. The Pink Boys are about to take over the airwaves now.
Oh.
You know the next show, the Pink Boys.
Yes, you need more time.
I know it. I know. We're gonna have to take their entire show pretty soon.
An hour a week is not enough slack for me.
It's not enough hour slack for anybody. But hey, at least you get something.
I get something.
How much if the conspiracy took over the radio station, how much slack would you then get?
I would get no slack.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I rest my case.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get one more caller before we let you go.
All right.
And also, before I do, and that, sorry, no more calls. The people who are on can hang on, but don't bother to call in. I have something to tell y'all, and that is the post office box to get free information through the mail about the Church of the Subgenius. Post office box 140306. I'll read that again. Post office box 140306, Dallas, Texas 75214. Once again, a little faster. Post office box 140306, Dallas, Texas 75214. And that will get you free info about the Church of the Subgenius if, and only if, you write Buck Naked on your letter. Will I ever see it? I guarantee you I will never read it, because we have zombies, mind-controlled slaves that take care of the mail, but they do send you what you asked for and all that. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. I don't know what he's doing, but he's knocking you out. All right. Well, no more callers, I guess. They all hung up on me. You've been listening to the Hour Slack Radio Ministry. I'm your host, Pastor Buck Naked. With me is Dr. Chaos.
Yeah.
That was him. Really enjoyed playing with your minds tonight. We'll do it again next week.
Lots of girls and lots of boys, louder than all the toys we need. We had to go. The neighbors have complained, had to go. The woman of the state, they had to know. They can't stop us now.